Hello everyone, my name is Serafi and I'm happy to meet you all. And today we're going to be playing Machina. Machina is a deck that focuses on Earth machines which can destroy themselves to get you various benefits. And they work together when they are destroyed and there are effects that trigger in the graveyard. Lots of search, and the cards are relatively old, but the new box has a lot of new support that makes them pretty good. For the skill, we are playing Destiny Draw Mystical Space Typhoon. At the start of your turn, if your opponent has 3 set cards face down, or if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can draw Mystical Space Typhoon. That's pretty good. Making sure that you can handle all the enemies who set 3 these days is very nice. For the main deck, we have Machina Fortress. This is a level 7 monster. You can discard machine monsters whose total levels equal 8 or more, including this card. Then special summon this card from your hand to graveyard. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target one card your opponent controls and destroy that target. Before resolving an opponent's monster effect that targets this face-up card, look at your opponent's hand and discard one card from their hand. So all these effects are really good. Special summoning this card from the hand is very nice. Special summoning it from the graveyard is even better. Popping a monster if it's been destroyed in battle, also very good. And then lastly, if they try and target the monster, you get to discard a card of your choice from their hand. Really good. Machina Citadel, this card is limited to 3. Level 10, Earth Machine, 3000 attack, 2500 defense. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by a card effect. Can be any card effect. As a quick effect, you can target one machine monster you control. Destroy that machine monster and all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to it. If a face-up Earth Machine monster you control except Machina Citadel is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect of Machina Citadel once per turn. So, Machina, like discarding cards, you put Citadel in the graveyard, then you activate its effect when one of your monsters is destroyed. It comes back and it gets to blow the field up. It's really nice. It's important to note that Machina Citadel does not require that your monster be destroyed to destroy everything else. So if you protect your monster, like with the Infinitrack Link monster, as material for an Xyz monster, your opponent's monsters will still be destroyed. Machina Gear Frame. When this card is normal summon, you can add one Machina monster from your deck to your hand, except Machina Gear Frame. Once per turn, you can either target one machine monster you control, equip the star to that target, or unequip it and special summon it. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. Gear Frame is a pretty good searcher. It's not necessarily necessary since we have a deployment now, but I'm still playing it at 1. I don't think this is a card that you would play at 3, even if you could, just because it takes pure normal summon, and that's not that great when we can search it off of a spell anyway. Aerator. You can discard one other Machina monster. Special summon this card from your hand. During your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can target one machine monster you control. Special summon from your deck one Machina monster with a different name and a lower level or an equal level. And if you do destroy the targeted monster, you can only use each effect once per turn. So, Aerator is really good. It's level 8, so you can just discard your Citadel, special summon it, then during your opponent's turn, you special summon the Fortress from your deck, because it's level 7. Destroy Aerator, which brings back Citadel from your graveyard. Pretty nice. Machina Irradiator. You can discard one other Machina monster, special summon this card from your hand. You can target one machine monster you control, special summon from your graveyard one Machina monster with a different name, equal or lower level than that card, and if you do destroy the targeted monster, same thing as the Aerator, except Irradiator can be used on your turn. So Irradiator discards Citadel, then activates Irradiator's effect to bring back something else, and then Citadel will just come right back. Megaform. Level 8, 2600 attack, 1500 defense. You contribute this card, special summon one Machina monster from your hand or deck, except Megaform. If a face-up Machina Fortress you control is sent to your graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can banish that Machina Fortress from the graveyard to special summon this card. You can only use one Machina Megaform effect per turn and only once that turn. Fortress being sent to the graveyard outside the damage step is actually pretty rare. Obviously it'll work if you link it off, but your opponent can just destroy it in battle, so that's not really that big of a deal for them. You also don't really want to banish your Fortress. You have so many ways to bring it back. But Megaform can be good for, keeping you alive in situations where you've lost your key defender and the battle phase hasn't started yet. Lastly, Machina Soldier. We are playing this at 1 because we can search it so easily. A level 4, 1600 attack, 1500 defense. When this card is normal summoned while you control no other monsters, you get special summon 1 Machina monster from your hand except Soldier. Cool. So you play Redeployment, and you draw your Machina Soldier and your Citadel. Normal summon Soldier, special summon Citadel. There you go. Machina Redeployment. Activate one of these effects. Discard 1 card to add 2 Machina monsters with different names from each other from your deck to your hand. Discard 1 Machina card to add 2 Machina cards with different names from each other from your deck to your hand. Except Machina Redeployment. You can only activate 1 Machina Redeployment per turn. So, you discard a card, then you can search any 2 cards you want. Obviously, I'm a big fan of these sorts of cards. This is why I play Malefics, because of Malefic Selector. And yeah, I recommend that you use this to search exactly Soldier and Citadel, and you will do just fine. MST, we play 1, and we use the skill to draw it when we need it. Dark Hole, obviously Machinas like being destroyed, so this card is good going second, and it's not that terrible going first either. If you happen to survive, then you can just play this card to come back and get your monsters back. Forbidden Chalice, target one face-up monster on the field until the end of the turn. Its effects are negated and it gains 400 attack points. Machina don't have any negates, and negates are becoming more and more required these days. So I'm just playing 3 of this to make sure that my opponent can't do anything ridiculous during their turn. Then lastly, we're playing Ice Dragon's Prison because it's a good card. For the extra deck, we have Borlo Dragon, Nightmare Unicorn, Rostaliger, Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix, Security Dragon, Mischius Radiant, and Pentastag. These cards are all very good, very solid options. I don't think that you're going to use any of them because the Machina monsters themselves are just huge beat sticks. Okay, let's take a look at the replay. Alright, so we are going first against Monarchs. Start off with the Redeployment. Discard the Irradiator to draw Citadel and Fortress. Normal summon Soldier, special summon Citadel. Fortress discard Irradiator, special summon itself. Opponent draws, they activate the Monarch Storm Forth. Then they play their March of the Monarchs. Now, the Monarch Storm Forth is very dangerous, obviously. But most Monarch players don't play the level 6 Monarchs. They get greedy with their level 8s. So I'm not really worried until he summons a monster. He summons his Indigo Eclipse, and I'm going to immediately activate Citadel to destroy it. And he gives up. He doesn't have any other ways of getting monsters on the field without a normal summon, and he can't tribute my monster. So there you go. Some good, quick disruption, blowing up your monsters, blowing up the entire field on your opponent's side, getting yourself a good early flood with powerful threats, and the ability to recur from the graveyard. This is a great deck, and you will enjoy playing it. My name is Serafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.